So, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Axel. Sorry for the delayed 1 hour delay because of internet connection. Madunggan rako, Sir Axel, Doc Axel. I just need confirmation from the participants.
Yes, sir. Dungog na, sir.
All right, thank you so much. So I shall begin. Welcome to my online session on the LCTC Review Center. My topics tonight are under professional education, about inclusive and special education and building new literacy. So please comment in our chat box for me also to know your responses on the following following questions. Okay, so there. Hinay akong audio so ako ag yung pakuanan kay I'm outside manggod sa balay. But let's try to begin. Number 1. All right. So the first question is, what is inclusive education? Letter A, it refers to a process of addressing and responding to the diversity of learners.
Yes, sir.
By moving towards the end goal for participation, presence, and achievement in learning, cultures, and communities, and eliminating exclusion within and from education. Just read the screen. It involves accommodation, modification, adaptation, and individualization in content, approaches, structures, and strategies with a common vision that covers all learners of the appropriate age range, and a conviction that is the state's responsibility to educate all children. Letter C, it also focuses on achieving quality education that fosters diversity and flexibility towards full participation of all learners with disabilities. And letter D, all of the above. So what do you think
Same na po,
is the
sir.
answer of this item? Just
All of the
comment your answer on our chat box. Is letter A, letter B? We are defining inclusive education. All right, your answers are letter D. Correct answers is letter D. All of these choices are indeed definition of inclusive education. When we say about inclusive education, it talks about embracing inclusivity, no more exclusiveness, meaning despite of the gender differences, the disabilities of our learners in school, all of them are welcome in a regular classroom. Okay? So, meaning all of our learners, despite of who they are, their imperfections, their impairments, their disabilities, academically or physical impairment, they are welcome in a regular classroom. So as you can notice, bisan pa itong mga estudyante, no, they are having a problem, they are still inside in a regular classroom setting, and that is inclusive education. Next item, number 2. Number 2, they shall refer to those who have long-term physical, mental, intellectual, or sensory impairments, which in interaction with various barriers may hinder their full and effective participation in society on equal basis with others. That is under section 4 of RA 11510. That is for special education and inclusive education. What do you think is the answer of this question number 2? Teresa answered letter B. Is it learners with special talents? The answer is for this item, in our question, take note in answering questions such as like this, you're going to identify keywords in our question so that we can easily determine as well the correct answer among our choices or options. In our question, there are keywords such as impairments, sensory, intellectual, mental, or physical. Meaning, if that is our keyword impairments, the correct answer in the fourth from the fourth choices is learners with disabilities. So Teresa, Reina, yes, letter C is the answer. Learners with disabilities. LWD. No, our classrooms have also learners with disabilities. So under inclusive education, they should be embraced as normal students, but we should give them special attention. That is learners with disabilities. And now let's proceed to the next item, number 3. This refers to set of educational programs and or services designed to address the needs of the learners with disabilities through educational plans and instruments which will bring them to the highest level of their potential and capacity. What do you think is the answer of this set of educational programs which are designed for our learners with disabilities? A, Commission on Higher Education. B, Department of Education. C, Special Education. Or letter D, Alternative Learning System. What do you think is the answer of this item? The answer is letter C. Correct. Special education. So special education, as what I said, this is a program designed by our Department of Education in order to address the needs of learners. The needs of learners are very specific because that is special education, no? Specific needs of learners. All right, let's proceed to number 4. It is designed for children with specific needs and aim primary at developing adaptive skills. A, modified curriculum. B, special education. C, education. D, aim. What is your answer? Number 4 question. J, letter B. Nolet, letter B. Letter A, Princess May. All right. In this question, the answer is letter B. Again, it is still special education. Imagine a while ago in our previous number 3 item, we're talking also on the needs of the learners. For number 4, it's just the same. We're talking also on the primary or the specific needs of our children. So it is designed under such, and that is special education. It is not modified curriculum. Okay? It is not yet a modified curriculum. But in order to suit on the level of our learners for special and inclusive education, our agency, the Department of Education, is also modifying its curriculum. Gi-modify or giusab ang curriculum to suit our special and inclusive education. But for this item, it is special education. Okay? Number 5, it means that all students in school, regardless of their strengths or weaknesses in any area, that is any area, become part of the school community. What do you think is our answer? All of our students, timan magina, regardless of their strengths and weaknesses. The answer is letter A, inclusive education. You got it right, everyone? Timan that our learners, despite their strengths and weaknesses, their disabilities, their impairments, they become part of the school community. No one is discriminated, and that is inclusive education. We proceed to item number 6. This refers as people's differences, which may relate to the race, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, language, culture, and religion, mental and physical ability, class, and immigration status. What do you think is that people's differences? Andrew for the letter C. No, letter C is letter C. Diversity. Correct. What makes it diversity? Okay, can you identify keyword from that number 6 item that you can say that the answer is diversity? Correct. The answer is diversity. But can you type the word from the question that makes it leading to the answer that is correct? Correct, Sir Andre and Sir Nolet. The answer is difference. Di manig yun na ha, and all questions, matiga ni Moglet, you should determine or identify keyword in our question because that will lead you to determine also the best or the most appropriate answer among the choices given. So, timanig yun na, look for keyword because some questionnaire makers, mo na ilahang gibuhat. No, they use keywords. So, as takers, we should look for keywords. Para sa yun na kayo natupag, determine sa tubag. Alright, next item. Which of the following mandates of the 1987 Philippine Constitution for inclusive education? Since under the TOS table of specifications for professional education under inclusive education, we need also to discuss legal basis. So an example of this one is the 1987 Philippine Constitution. Among these three, which of the following mandates ang sakto? One, establish, maintain, and support a complete of school study programs, particularly those that respond to community needs. And number 3, provide adult citizens, the disabled, out of school youth with training in civics, vocational efficiency, and other skills. A, all of the 3, letter B, 1 and 3, letter C, 1 only, letter D, 1 and 2. What do you think is the correct? Which of the following mandates under the 1987 Philippine Constitution for inclusive education? The answer is letter A. You got it right, Michelle, Princess, and Nolet. Because all of this, if you can read under 1987 Philippine Constitution for inclusive education, these 3 are mandates for inclusive education. Okay? For item number 1, it's true because we need to establish a system wherein it is relevant to the needs of the learners. Number 2, it's also correct because it's non-formal, informal, that are designed to respond to the community needs and also out of school study, independent self-learning. And of course, number 3 is very clear. Inclusive education is intended for our disabled and out of school youth. Okay, for them also to be developed, they should not be neglected. That is under that 1987 Philippine Constitution for inclusive education. All right. Number 8. It mandates the provision of educational assistance with disabilities for them to pursue primary, secondary, post-tertiary education, as well as vocational or technical education in both public and private schools. What is that legal base that also talks about educational assistance with disabilities? What do you think is the answer? A, Governance of Basic Education. B, Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2015. Or Magna Carta. Correct. The answer is letter B, Magna Carta or the Disabled Persons. The Governance of Basic Education, that is RA 9155. The Juvenile Justice is for our youth. The kindergarten is not also. The correct answer is the Magna Carta for disabled persons. It's very clear from the question, assistance for disabilities. Let's proceed to the next item. Number 10. We're talking now on the universal design for learning is developed for children with specific needs. Among the scopes, what are the scopes of this design? Number 1, the design of instructional materials and activities are accessible to all children. Number 2, students are allowed to construct learning in more than one way. Hence, it ensures that all students learn genuinely. Next, 3, the 3 elements of universal design learning are multiple means of representation, multiple means of action and expression, and multiple means of engagement. The curriculum can be differentiated through its content, process, product, and learning environment in response to the students. A, 1 and 4, B, 1, 2, 3, letter C, 1, 2, 3, 4, or letter D, 3 only. We're talking on the universal design for learning. When we talk about universal, it is accessible to all. Learning is accessible to all. What do you think is our answers? The answer is letter B. Correct. Only numbers 1, 2, 3 are under the universal design for learning. I would like to ask everybody, what makes number 4 there wrong? Why is not under universal design for learning? Please type your answer for my question. What makes it not under universal design for learning ang item number 4? Correct. Princess May, you're correct. It is because this number 4 is under the differentiated instruction. When we talk about differentiated instruction, it is not anymore universal because you are catering already on a specific kind of learners because you're giving them different sets of learning activities under a kind of learner. So it is not anymore universal. We talk about universal, all of the activities are accessible to all, okay, regardless of the kind of learners. Okay, number 4 item is under differentiated instruction. Very good. Let's proceed. Oh my God. Bisa na wag tang ako ang screen. It becomes white. White screen ang yung makita? Nag-white screen ko.
Yes,
Opo,
sir.
sir.
White.
Opo.
Nag-white screen, no?
Sir, white ra.
Wala makita, sir.
Lagi, wait sa ha. Okay. Akong balikon ako ang kuan ha. Oh, inani niya siya ang kuan. Wait for a while. Ako sang gikuan. Okay, sorry. Ako sang i-kuan balik and then I'll go back with it para akong kuan naman. Wait for a while. Okay. Okay na. Ala, wait sa di good siya. Muwait good siya balik.
Mawalag kalit, sir.
Mawala good siya kali. Naunsa man eh akong kuhan ay wait sa ako asang ibalik. Then I go back with this one. Lah, white good siya. Alright, I will go back. Wait sa la, white good siya. What happened? Ako sang di ko na balik. Sorry for the interruption. Kinasanti ako ang kuan. Naku ang You might have questions, please raise lang. Wala rin pangutana. Wala, di good siya. Corrupted na lagi. My God, I'm sorry. What happened? Excuse me, sir. Oh my God. Wala, white ragit siya. Ano man ni Dong Axel, can I send the slides ni mo Dong?
Lakaw ba si Sir Axel? Sir,
Sir, Dong Melvin, sa mo lang ko i-send Dong ha.
Sir.
Sa mo lang ko i-send Dong ha.
Yes, sir.
Kaya di good na ako makuan Dong ay. Sorry, as in delete kay taron murag. Okay, sent na Dong. Mag-stop share sa ko kadit sa ha. I'm sorry. Anyway, let's review. We have been talking about inclusive education. For your information, I am a school administrator o sana ko ka school head And recently, we had a 3-day seminar on inclusive education. And then it is mandated by our department that if we found out that our learners are having academic problems such as bata nato nga mga dili gyud anak ka pangalan ani anak ka hibaw in terms of reading and writing, so we should give them special attention. Yes, di ba Marvy? Madunggan ba ko? Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, sorry. Pasensya gyud kaayo. These questions, these items are ako ano ni siyang nakuan during our face to face. Ako lagun siyang gibalik sa para gyud nga makuanan, ma-review gyud ta about inclusive education because in the TOS perlet kay there are items gyud no under this particular kuan. Dong Melvin, imuha nang na kuan dong. Ikaw lang share dong ha. Kay murag ni Santi gud ako ang kuandong ay ngano ka dong ay nawag tam gid siya. Yun.